That is my grandfather Dave and my father Joe. Well, my grandfather started in 1941. In those days, it was a small appliance store where he sold radios and phonographic records and all kinds of small appliances. I've worked there for 40 years, so I was, I think, 22 when I started working there. A&B Sporting Goods. There was nothing better than having a mom bring her children into the store knowing that you were going to treat them right. It rings in my ears when my dad used to tell me, don't be a big shot, just get the customer what they need, and they'll remember it and appreciate it. And as they need other things going forward, they'll remember that you treated them well, and they'll come back and get whatever they need on their next visit. The first 3 months of the year were excellent. I was finally on my way to figuring out how to run the store as I needed to run it. And then the pandemic hit, and I knew I was in trouble immediately. The local Little League played one game and then canceled the rest of the season. All the high school sports were closed. I knew that I was going to have to make a difficult decision. I knew one day things might get back to a semi-normal, but I also knew at that point I was so far behind that regardless of how good business was going forward, I would never be able to relax and run the store as I wanted to run it. I would always feel the pressure of the previous year. I didn't pay myself for almost 7 months. Just used whatever money was coming into the store to do the daily operations. And I also knew that there was no pension coming from a sporting goods store. And I didn't want to try to be a hero keeping a business going that was probably not going to survive. So I took the thoughts of my grandfather and my father and I think they would have told me both that I made the right decision. I'm not doing anything now. It's been, as of yesterday, it's been 2 months since I closed the store. I thought that I would feel much differently than I do now. But as far as knowing what's next for me, I feel like I'm floating around in a boat to a certain extent. It is hard because I'm a routine-oriented person. I went to the store every day at 7:30 in the morning for 40 years. So that's a difficult routine to stop all of a sudden.